Now, why I like the substitution method better than the elimination method is with question 2, we have y equals 2x plus 3 and 3x minus y equals 6. So the equations don't look the same in terms of cancelling something out. We have y equals as one equation and we have 3x minus y equals as the other equation. With the substitution method, what we're actually looking for is at least one of the equations to have y equals or x equals. We want y as the subject, which is what we have here. So remember, we're saying y is 2x plus 3, the same way as 6 is 3 plus 3. They're the exact same thing. This one's just an expanded form of it. So if we look at equation 2, we have 3x minus y equals 6. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that first equation and I'm going to substitute it into the second equation. And what I mean by that is I have 3x minus y equals 6. But the first equation tells me that y is 2x plus 3. So when I come back to this second equation, 3x minus y equals 6. And I've left a space because I'm going to take the y out and I'm going to substitute this 2x plus 3 in place of the y. And I'm also going to put it in brackets. Okay, so you can see exactly where it's come into. You should be putting it in brackets because you'll see this negative is going to play a part as well. But we've just substituted, instead of having y, we've put in what it said, what it is up top, which is 2x plus 3. Now we're going to do a bit of algebra. So to expand these brackets, we have 3x, the negative, remember, has to go to both the 2x and the negative has to go to the positive 3. So it changes both the 2x to a negative and the 3 to a negative. That's going to equal 6. 3x minus 2x, that's x. X minus 3 equals 6. So we're just going to take this negative 3 to the other side and plus it. So x is going to equal 9. That's half of the solution. The other half is working out what y equals. I might do it in a different color. So I'm going to substitute x equals 9 into, I have to put it back into either equation 1 or 2. Remember, we're trying to now work out what y would equal. The first equation is the one I'm going to use because it's going to tell me without too much algebra what y equals. Think about if I put 9 in place of the x here, then you're going to have to do a lot of algebra to get y by itself. So I'm going to substitute x equals 9 into the first equation. So y is going to equal 2 times 9 plus 3. Y is going to equal 2 times 9 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. So the solution is x equals 9. Y equals 21 or 9, 21. Okay, and that's a bit more complex of the substitution method. I'll do question B as well. So the same thing, I'm going to replace in the second equation what y equals. And y equals x minus 2. So I'm going to take the first equation, I'm going to substitute 1 into 2. And I'm going to write out that second equation, 3x plus, I'll leave a gap, because I'm going to take away this y and I'm going to put in its place x minus 2. So always put it in brackets just in case you need to change any signs across. But because it's positive, the signs will stay the same. So 3x plus x minus 2 equals 18. 3x plus x is 4x. Minus 2 equals 18. I'm going to take this negative 2 to the other side. And when I take it over, I'm going to plus it. So 4x is going to equal 20. Because I took the negative 2 and plussed it. And then I'm going to take the 4 to the other side and I'm going to divide. So x, 20 divided by 4, that's 5. The other part of our solution is to find out what y is. And again, I could put x equals 5 into equation 1 or into equation 2. I'm going to substitute it into the first equation because it's going to give me my answer straight away. Because y is going to equal 5 minus 2. Y is going to equal 3. So your solution is x equals 5 and y equals 3. And that's it. one thing I haven't shown you is you can always check your answers with this. I'll use question 2 part B to show you how, and I'll use a different color. I'll use blue on the side here. We have y equals x minus 2, and we have 3x plus y equals 18. There are our two equations to begin with. We know x is 5, so I might go now and replace this x with 5. And if I replace this x with 5, this whole thing becomes 15. 3 times 5, 15. Then we go through and replace the y's with 3's. And hopefully the top equation works and the bottom equation also works. 3 is 5 minus 2, and 15 plus 3 is 18. So I know my solution is correct. Obviously, if it didn't work, then you'd have to go back through and find your mistakes. But that's how you can always check your equations. And that's the substitution method.